OJ's pal Al Cowlings now has a 1-900 number. For $2.99 a minute, Cowlings will tell callers that OJ is innocent. And for $3.99 a minute, he'll try to do it without laughing.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
I'm Weronika.
And I'm not Weronika.
No, you're not. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Okay, and we're coming back with this nonsensical joke. We can lead you into Norm MacDonald. We are coming back with more content from him, and this is a video that we got recommended a lot.
A lot.
So at last we are arriving with it.
So to the guy that is commenting on every video when there will be an OJ versus Norm.
Today is the day. Thank you very much. And it was really nice of you that you were persistent about it. It's really nice. Thanks for watching and subscribing and everything. I hope you are subscribing.
As you can see, like it was said in the Bible.
That's what I thought.
Ask and it will be given to you.
Is that how it is in English translation?
I don't know, but
it sounds way nicer in the Polish one.
Yeah, but that's the point. Ask and it will be given for you. And this guy is an example. He asked, then he asked some more, then he asked a little bit more, and now it is.
And now it's here. We really hope that this is the correct video, so I think because it's the one with the most views. Yeah. Because there are a few...
Yeah, but there is Norm MacDonald, there is OJ, so I guess...
And the jokes is there as well. The word jokes, so...
Yeah, I don't know if there will be any jokes. With Norm MacDonald, there could be...
No
joke at all.
We shall see. Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready?
No.
Well, then let's go.
What no?
Well, you have to...
But I'm not ready.
You can't always be ready for everything in life.
That's true.
Jurors for the O.J. Simpson case were asked to fill out a 75-page jury questionnaire this week.
So young.
In the entire state of California, only one person got a perfect score. Xiao Ming Wu, who after the trial plans to attend Caltech. By the way, you can now purchase a bronze statue of the Juice for only $3,395. And for an even $5,000, you can buy one that Al Cowlings has kissed the ass of. O.J. Simpson's new fitness video was released this week, and hitting the shelves next week, Simpson's newest video, Dorf on Stocking. The crowd is torn. According to retailers, the most popular Halloween mask this year is O.J. Simpson. And the most popular Halloween greeting is, "I'll kill you and that guy who's bringing over your glasses," or treat. And the Pope came out with a book this week, which contains a series of essays examining faith and morality in today's secular world and the changing role of the Catholic Church as it approaches the 21st century. The book is entitled, "God Himself Told Me That O.J. is Guilty." In other book news, Prince Charles released an autobiography in which he states that he never loved Princess Di and that his father pressured him to marry her. The book is entitled, "Of Course O.J. Did It. I mean, come on." In his book, O.J. Simpson says that he would have taken a bullet or stood in front of a train for Nicole. Man, I'm going to tell you, that is some bad luck when the one guy who would have died for you kills you. That's probably... You don't get worse luck than that. And O.J. announced this week that he's coming out with a new book called I Want to Tell You. And if it's successful, O.J. will work on yet another book entitled From Football to Prison, My 25 Years of Showering with Other Men.
I forgot to tell you about O.J. that he lost the criminal case. He won the criminal case. Yeah. I mean, he was innocent, but I don't understand the American justice system. It's too different from what we have here. to really understand it. But maybe you know more about this, because he won the criminal case, but he lost the civil case, and like he never got to jail because of this murder, but he had to pay a lot of money to their family, because in this case they were like, no, he didn't kill them, but in this case they were like, he did. But I heard that it's because in this case you need to have this no doubts that
without no reasonable doubt.
Yeah, and in the civil there is you don't need to have such high standards.
Yeah, there's a lower standard.
Of proofs.
So I heard as well. So I think that's why. Yeah. But it is quite strange that you would be convicted of something and not convicted of something at the same time. But I guess it's a different court.
And finally, in honor of the 50th anniversary of their first publication, Random House will be releasing special commemorative issues of many Dr. Seuss classics. The first to hit the bookshelves will be Green Eggs and Ham and O.J. is Guilty. Judge Ito was interviewed this week by a local TV station in Los Angeles. Asked by the interviewer if it was appropriate for a supposedly impartial judge to be on TV with his case still pending, Ito said, "Maybe not, but how appropriate is it to kill your ex-wife?"
That's the whole video.
I think so. I wonder over what span of time this is, because it says the jokes that got him canned from that, and I wonder if it's like for sure it's not all from one show, because he had short hair and then he had long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
never
noticed stuff like that.
Yeah, so it can't be from one show, but I don't know if it's from three of them.
Okay.
So I think it's even when
so it's like a compilation.
It is a compilation, and I get the feeling that even if they are from one, I don't think they were next to each other.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was like one
like he was just spitting it out.
It's just like joke after joke after joke.
No, I don't think so. That would have been a bit a lot.
But it would be like a normal style.
That is kind of true.
Today that O.J. Simpson told police that Nicole Brown Simpson used to beat him up. He also claimed that she and Ron Goldman killed him. O.J. Simpson's lawyers have decided to skip hearings on DNA evidence and go right to trial. Asked why they did this, the lawyers replied, "We want to get O.J. acquitted as speedily as possible so he can get back to doing what he does best, killing people." Well, let's get to O.J. O.J. Simpson's lawyers say they don't want the families of Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman in the courtroom during the trial. They're afraid the presence of the family members will just remind O.J. of how much more killing he still has to do.
But I imagine at the time, when it was such a controversy, to just come on in the evening to the TV and just say it outright. I don't know, the state of the comedy at the time, but I imagine it was not that common.
Yeah, if they really fired him from the Saturday Night Live, then I think it was kind of controversial, because I don't heard they fired many people from this night show.
Yeah, we're watching stand-up, so I'm not gonna make too much of a digression on sad topics, but this is also a very difficult issue, because especially now that we have, public figures accused of a lot of different things, and it's said that you should never say anything bad about someone if they are not acquitted, if they are not convicted, right? So you're innocent until proven guilty, unless, you're seen on camera doing it, whatever. But until that point, you should not call them. Well, in a situation like this, if you are almost certain that they did it, and your purpose is you want to speak against the judicial system, it's not even against this person, but against something else, but do you have the right to call someone guilty?
I think this is because of what I've told you before. I think it's because he lost the civil case.
So then you can...
And if OJ would like to sue him for that, it would also be a civil case. So
True.
I guess
but I'm speaking less from the legal perspective and more from moral perspective.
Well, from a moral perspective, if you think someone is guilty, then I think it's moral, to speak out your mind. Yeah. That's what I think about, we change subjects drastically, but about abortion, like people who are pro life, anti-abortion. I never found it weird that they are so radical. No, I'm not. I'm pro-abortion.
You're pro-choice.
Pro-choice.
It's not
Yeah.
pro-abortion. It's not like you go, get an abortion.
Okay, I'm pro-choice.
Yeah.
But I never found it weird. Those people who are so, drastic and so violent with defending, the right for life to an unborn child, as they like to call it. Because, well, Louis C.K. has a bit about this too, I think. If you think that they are literally killing babies, and what's left for you to do? I mean, you're not going to protest that with, giving flyers to everyone. You're like, I need to do something, and I need to do something right now.
Are you making the comparison that if you really believe that someone did something wrong, then...
Yeah. Then morally you feel obliged to react as much as you can.
Well, O.J. Simpson's lawyers stopped feuding this week, finally. The Dream Team, F. Lee Bailey and Robert Shapiro, were able to put aside their differences and express their admiration for each other after O.J. threatened to cut their heads off. According to the National Transportation Safety Board, sleepy truckers are responsible for 1,000 deaths a year. In second place, O.J. Simpson at 2 deaths a year. It was revealed this week that defense lawyer Johnny Cochran once abused his first wife. In his defense, Cochran said, "Hey, at least I didn't kill her like some people I know." Tomorrow, Judge Lancito will take O.J. and the jury on a tour of the now famous crime scene. For the jury, it will be their first look at the actual location. Of course, for O.J., it will be just a case of been there, done that. Judge Lancito was happy with the jurors' field trip to the crime scene last week. It went off without a hitch, said Ito. Not one murder. O.J.'s pal Al Cowlings now has a 1-900 number. For $2.99 a minute, Cowlings will tell callers that O.J. is innocent. And for $3.99 a minute, he'll try to do it without laughing. And this week, Simpson defense lawyers questioned witnesses about a half-melted container of ice cream found at the murder site. The Simpson defense has seized upon the ice cream for 2 reasons. 1, it may help fix the time of the murders, and 2, it was the only thing in the murder scene without any of O.J.'s blood on it. To illustrate the point that their client is running out of money to defend himself, O.J. Simpson's lawyer said this week that if he had to do it over again, after killing his victims, O.J. would now rob them as well. That one you find troubling? We went. Was O.J. Simpson high on speed the night of the murders? Absolutely not, said defense attorney Johnny Cochran today. And a simple test of any of O.J.'s blood found at the crime scene will prove it.
Trying to hold a straight face, but no.
And O.J. pal Al Cowling said this week that in looking for the truth in the O.J. Simpson case, he sometimes talks to a picture of Nicole Brown Simpson, something that in the past would have gotten him killed by O.J. F. Lee Bailey said this week that if the defense only knew what Ron Goldman's last words were, they might be able to find the real killer. You know, if you ask me, Goldman's last words were probably, "Hey, you're O.J. Simpson." Oh no, O.J. has struck again. How about that? Not a good thing. And in court this week, Cato Kalin testified that O.J. Simpson did not appear angry before or after the period of his wife's murder. But Kalin admitted he could have been a touch edgy while he was actually murdering her. Might have been a... Hertz Rental Car Company announced this week that it will buy 520,000 vehicles, increasing its worldwide fleet 24%. In addition, they will try to find a new spokesman who won't kill his ex-wife.
I imagine it was
This week,
especially funny if, if it was over a couple of weeks or
And
months.
it was fresh,
Yeah, and it was fresh, and you also, you're listening to something and he just squeezes that in.
You read this comment that he graduated from high school at the age of 14?
14, yeah. And then he was in university.
Yeah, and he dropped to pursue career in comedy. His parents must be like, what? He did what? And look how successful he became.
at the O.J. Simpson trial, the infamous bloody glove was finally introduced into evidence, and O.J. didn't help his case any by blurting out, "There it is, I've been looking all over for that thing." Whoa. And a new shocker in the O.J. Simpson trial. This afternoon, Judge Lance Ito dismissed yet another juror, a 45-year-old African-American male, for failing to tell the court that he had once worked for Hertz Rent-A-Car and that he had once held Nicole Brown Simpson's glasses while O.J. killed her. Dismissed Simpson juror Jeanette Harris revealed in interviews this week that the jury is torn by dissension and is already divided into two camps, those who think he is guilty and those who are really, really stupid. A bad week for the prosecution of the O.J. Simpson trial. Under intense cross-examination by defense lawyer Barry Scheck, LAPD crime expert Dennis Fung admitted that he may have contaminated the crime scene when he accidentally dropped a big bucket full of O.J.'s DNA. Our top story tonight, this week in the O.J. Simpson trial. After grisly photos of the murdered Nicole Brown Simpson were shown in court, O.J. turned his head away and wept. It was at that moment that he realized he would never be able to kill her again.
I wonder from what time period
I'm still recovering.
are those clips. I mean, was it really during this trial? Like the trial was going on, and at the same time, those were the episodes of Saturday Night Live?
It does look like it.
That would be odd.
Yeah.
That would be harsh.
Yeah.
And also, I wonder how it felt for the family of the woman and the guy that he killed. Like, being the butt of the joke every week.
Yeah.
Maybe they are not the butt of the joke, but
they do have, yeah.
I mean, but on one hand, it's a joke made in a good faith because you think that the guy is guilty and you kind of want to influence people to see this as you think they should see it.
It's not like he can break the format of the show, and what else can he do? He's not a spokesperson. He's not gonna come out somewhere and say, "Okay, guys, I think this is the best he can do, probably with his profession to raise awareness."
I'm just saying that it's.
But it must be hard when it's going on at this time.
It's hurtful, for the family of the people who were killed. But on the other hand, he doesn't do this just for laughs. It's not his sole purpose, because it would be different if it would be his sole purpose. But
no, it's clear it's for a political purpose that he's doing it.
I mean, not political, but moral.
Moral, yeah. But that's also this. I already like him, as you know. I really like his sense of humor. But it builds on the image that he has and why people in America enjoyed him so much. Because to have the guts to do this and to be engaged, and I don't know if there were any other important things that he got engaged in like this, but it really adds up to the way I can understand why people like him. He
has this laid back attitude that he doesn't really care about stuff, but on the other hand, what he says, it shows that he cares about stuff.
Well, in a questionable move by the defense team this week, O.J. Simpson demonstrated how to stab two people at the same time. Remember 12 Angry Men, the classic courtroom drama? Well, the first film about the O.J. Simpson case is in the works. It's entitled 9 Angry Black People, 2 Scared Asians, and a White Guy Who Hasn't Spoken Since Rosa Lopez. Testimony during the final week provided some spellbinding moments. In a brilliant move during closing arguments, Simpson attorney Johnny Cochran put on the knit cap prosecutors say O.J. wore the night he committed the murders. Although O.J. may have hurt his case when he suddenly blurted out, hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat.
Oh. I thought that there will be like a final of the video after the verdict.
Oh, yeah, I wonder if he ever said anything about it, or if it's not included here, or there is a video where he talks about getting fired, I see. I don't know, we can Google in our own time.
Focus on the video that we just watched and not on the other videos that we'll be watching in the future. Here you have the video. Here, comment on that.
Very funny. 10 out of 10. I liked it.
I thought you were talking about me.
I liked it. Past tense. See you in the next video, Lauren.
Yeah. But it's a good thing that we have so much content of his, that it's not just stand-up, but also, this, whatever this is, but because he apparently was not a guest. Like,
no, misleading.
I don't know the format of Saturday Night Live, but I know that there are guests and there are regular guests, and he is more like a regular guest or something like that.
I don't know. Maybe he just had a segment in it. That.
Yeah, but that's what it is. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, like you had Alec Baldwin, who also had segments on Saturday Night Live. He was doing Trump impressions. But he wasn't like a host. I don't know if there is like a host.
There is a host.
I don't know.
But I watching this, I really felt all the time like I would like to watch the whole thing. Like everything that he said. Because I don't think if it was just he sat down for this one joke, I suppose he said like 3 or 4. So it would be nice to see.
But what, whole episode of Saturday Night Live?
No, just his part.
Oh.
That I would be interested in everything he had to say that night, It would be nice to see, not just this one joke, because it's possible it will go over my head, because maybe
but
issues.
I don't think he was talking about O.J. Moore. I think that was the point, like, of the joke.
No, I meant, like, about other things. Because this was funny, and I would like to hear other things as well. I said that it was cut out, it would be nice if there was more.
Oh, we can look for that.
Yeah. I'm not so sure that we would understand, because maybe if he commenting on current issues, then we would not be aware of something, but...
The O.J. case is not so big in Europe as it is in US, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, some of us know about it. Like, for example, I knew about it because I spent time watching, like, American stand-up and, just the stuff, from your television. So I heard about this. Weronika not so much.
Yeah, I knew about the murder, and I had like small, but I had to ask you anyway to fill me in on the context.
Yeah, we watched Dave Chappelle about OJ, and I remember you asked me then. Yeah, but I think if you would ask our family, maybe her family and my family, then I don't know if they would know who this is even. So it's not as popular. So a lot of these jokes may be common knowledge to you and those people. I think like the lawyers from this case were, everyone knew who they was just because they were lawyers.
So we covered
so
much on TV, yeah. And for us, maybe it was, I don't even know if it would have been mentioned on the national TV. Maybe in the foreign news segments, but that's, not even every day. We
mostly know OJ here from the Naked Gun series.
Yeah.
Like, Naked Gun, I think, is the name too of the first movie when he played.
Yes, I think so. But
sometimes something from the Police Squad. Yeah. But yeah, Naked Gun, I think. Yeah, Naked Gun.
But thanks for recommending it. Thanks for being persistent in recommending it, because it was very funny. And I'm glad that we watched it because of what I said before. It really builds the picture. And it's not the guy that we watched before we had this channel. At least not me, but you not so much either.
Yeah.
So it's nice to get to know him from different things.
All right. Thank you guys for watching with us, and see you in our next video.
Bye!
Bye bye.